I like to call this a manipulationship. Shit. Can you spot a manipulator? I have a manipulator radar and I have been having that my whole life. Then I learned a lot about manipulators in many ways. I can smell them and they reek. You know when you've forgotten vegetables in your fridge and they've been there for way too long and you sense this rotten smell? That's the smell of a manipulator. Now, I am going to give you 11 signs that you are in a relationship with a manipulator. And I like to call this a manipulationship. Manipulationship. Sounds pretty good, huh? Do you want to know if you are in a manipulationship? Let me tell you, and you will know. Let's hold them out in the light. Let's start with the first one. Once you learn about this, you will know it right away. Right from the get-go, you will understand when someone is doing this. It's called the convenient neediness. And that is when, if you are in a relationship with someone and you need to have a tough talk or a serious talk with someone, and then suddenly, conveniently, they get a headache, or they don't feel so well, or if they are really dramatic, they will fake feeling sick. Whenever something becomes kind of uncomfortable for them, then they suddenly are helpless and weak and they need your help. And that is what convenient neediness is. Once you've seen this, you cannot unsee it. And you will understand right away and you will see the pattern. So take note whenever you're about to have a serious conversation or a discussion about something that feels uncomfortable, or if you're about to call them out on a bad behavior or anything, they will suddenly feel sick or tired or have a headache or anything that makes them weak and helpless. And this is really fun to watch. Once you see this, you will not unsee it and you will see the pattern and you will laugh. You will laugh your ass off. The second one is the I'm only joking. That one is particularly fun because they can never be wrong, and you know you are in a manipulationship when you are with someone that is never wrong. The blame is somehow always on you. You will always be met by I was only joking. You will be considered the sensitive one, the offended one, and the one that gets bothered by everything, and you will probably question yourself and feel like you're always the problem. But you are in a manipulationship, so let me tell you, no, they weren't joking, they were exposed and they were called out on their shit behavior. Now suddenly they were only joking. Take note of that one. Number 3 is also really interesting because this is harder to see from the beginning if you meet someone and you really don't know each other yet. But number 3 is love bombing. This is when you meet someone and suddenly you are just bombed by love. They go all in. They go so hard in that they love you and they give you stuff and everything is so, there's a lot of commitment and a lot of promises and let's get married and you're the best one I've ever seen, ever had. You're the most beautiful and in the whole planet. Whenever it's just too much in the beginning, no history. Of course, after a few weeks of just talking to someone on Tinder, you don't know if that's a person you can marry. And this is something you have to look out for because any normal person will just take it easy, get to know each other and see what the future holds and how you want to live your lives and all of this. But this person, you will recognize this behavior by this person having no boundaries at all. It's just love and it's very exaggerated. And that might feel very good in the beginning, I get that, but it's fake. It's really fake. If you have been dating someone for 3 weeks and that person is talking about children and marriage and all of these things, there is nothing wrong with you and nothing is ever going to happen with you, then this is fake because this person doesn't know you. So even if this feels good, you need to really take a step back and see this person in true light. You just need to watch out for this. Number 4, I have the biggest distaste for this one, I hate it so much, and I hate when people are using this because it just disgusts me. It is the victim card. Man, I hate the victim card more than anything. Victim card is when that person is always a victim. It's always something done to them. Even if it doesn't have anything to do with it, they will make themselves the main character. If you're in a manipulationship and you get into a fight with this person, what will happen is that person will be the victim. No matter what they did, they will be the victim. They will turn it and twist it so that they are the victim. And if that happens, you are definitely in a manipulationship. Number 5 is a really ugly one. Also something, it might take a while to see this, and it's emotional blackmail. That person always makes you feel inferior or ugly or weak or sad or stressed out. This person will use very old arguments against you. Whenever you need to discuss something that has recently happened, they will pull out an argument from 6 years ago and use it against you. If you feel a very nervous feeling whenever this person wants to talk to you or have a discussion with you, know that you are emotionally blackmailed, because you know this will not be a winning fight or winning argument for you. They will hold something over your head. It can also be something that was before your relationship. That is definitely a huge red flag, and you are in a manipulationship. If you feel like you constantly need to prove to the person that you love them, you're in a manipulationship. This person will always test you, put you through all these ultimatums all the time so that you need to prove to the person that you love them. And they will suddenly ask you weird, uncomfortable questions that it doesn't even have to do with anything, but they want you to prove your love in some way. This is also called shaming or guilt tripping or anything. You will always feel bad for doing something wrong, even if you didn't. Whenever you need to prove something to someone, and that happens all the time, this is manipulationship. Okay, the next one is really ugly. This might be very subtle and something you might not notice in the beginning, but can turn out to be super ugly and controlling. It's when your partner wants to control how you react and how you behave in certain situations. It might be that you're at a party together and you're talking to someone, and this person wants you to talk in a certain way or behave in a certain way or tell you how to sit, how to dress. That one is exceptionally I hate it so much. Whenever a partner wants to control how you dress, how you talk to people, what you do, this is a huge red flag, and this can turn out to be dangerous. This is something that really exposes a controlling person. So if your partner is trying to control your behavior, how you dress, how you talk, how you act, run and don't look back. While we are on the subject of controlling behavior, a controlling person will also expand that behavior to other areas in your life, and they will want to control most of the things that you do. Maybe your profession is not good enough for them. They want you to change your profession. Maybe you are studying something and that person doesn't think it's good enough. They will usually say that they care so much about you that they want the best for you and you are better than that. So they will try to stuff all that controlling behavior in compliments so that you really believe it's better for you to change what you are doing, but it's not. It's a way to manipulate you into doing what they want you to do. They get off on this stuff. They get off on seeing you change your behavior just because they want you to. Controlling people are very, very dramatic. Whenever they start losing an argument or you really stand your ground with these people, they will say very dramatic and provocative things like, "Oh, I thought you would understand. How can you do this to me? This means the world to me and you are taking everything away from me. You are crushing me." All of those very dramatic things. They will also say things to try to provoke you. Maybe bring up a past relationship of yours or compare you to their ex or something that makes you react and lose the argument. They will try to weaken you by saying all these dramatic things, and it will wear you down, and it will shock you to the point that you lose your ground in the argument, and then the argument starts being about something entirely else. And if that happens, you are definitely in a manipulationship. And when they have wound you up so that you are very angry or very emotional, they will calm themselves down and start saying that you are dramatic. So they will project everything onto you. Whatever they are doing, they will project it onto you. You will notice that everything that they say that you do is the things that they actually do. And since they are projecting everything onto you, they can never be wrong. It doesn't matter what you do, what you say, what they do, they are never wrong. They will somehow twist and turn that to be your fault anyway. You are always wrong. And better yet, they can cry on command. They will just decide that they are maybe losing an argument and they need to weaken you somehow in that argument, and they will cry on purpose. They will just start crying, and then you will lose focus and everything will be about them. That happens, you are in a manipulationship. I need you to run. I really need you to run. Maybe one of these points just doesn't say anything really, but if you recognize most of these, then you don't have a relationship, you have a manipulationship. I like to joke about these pathetic behaviors, but many of these things can be dangerous. Maybe they have tried to hurt you physically in some way. Maybe it happened once a long time ago. That means they have crossed a boundary. It will happen again. Once something has been crossed, it will always repeat itself. Cheating is one of those things. Once that boundary has been crossed, it will happen again. I'm not saying this to discourage you or make you leave a good relationship. I am saying this so that you can look at this list of 11 items, 11 signs that you are in a manipulationships, and if you recognize most of them, at least half of them, you know you're in a manipulationship. You will know in your gut if you are in a manipulationship. When you read this, you will know. You will just know. That is your inner voice talking to you. You might also already know if this can turn out to be dangerous to you. If this person is just controlling, a little bit controlling, or can turn out full on psycho. Now, psycho isn't a professional word, but I'm trying to tell you something here. These were the signs that you are actually in a manipulationship. So now you have a word for it. If you maybe know that you are in some kind of manipulationship, or that you are losing a lot of arguments just because you can't stand your ground and your partner is a lot stronger and you suffer from low confidence, then I have good news for you. I am currently working on a confidence course, and I'm talking about all of these things in that course. How you can stand your ground in an argument, how you know when you're being manipulated, and how you can trust yourself. If you suffer from low self-esteem, this will absolutely help you. Until then, go to my website, and there you will find a personal mastery bundle that consists of 4 ebooks, totally free, where you can answer a lot of self-reflecting questions and get to know yourself better. And also there you can learn about motivation, confidence, inspiration, and a lot about yourself. I would love to know what you think about it, and I would also like to know what you want to see in that confidence course. Until next time, stay classy, stay safe, and I will see you.